Hello. In previous years, when I've sown carrot seeds in 10-inch buckets, I've used an old piece of netting from the garden, simply cut in the shape of a 10-inch pot, the diameter, sat on the top and used as a grid pattern. And that's helped me space the seeds. What we don't want is carrots trying to grow shoulder to shoulder. If there's limited space in your bucket, then try and make sure every carrot gets its fair share. So this is what I've used in previous years. But what I'm using this year are these 10-inch pizza bases with some holes punched through. There are 19 holes punched in this one. Now I sowed a pot of carrots 4 weeks ago using this template. The variety was Sweet Candle. We've now got some seedlings. I'm going to put the 10-inch bucket up on this table and we'll have a look and we'll see how many seedlings we've got to germinate. This is the 10-inch bucket. The template we used was a 19-hole template, so there should be 19 seedlings growing if we've got 100% germination. Now I've done a count, and I'm sure you're probably doing a count now, but I make it 18. Now that's excellent, and as you can see, none of these seedlings are next to another seedling. There are no carrots in this pot shoulder to shoulder, and that's what we're attempting to do. And on the face of it, this pot looks quite thinly sown, but to be honest, once these carrots get some size about them, this bucket will be full. Now what I'm going to do, because I can, and I'm not suggesting you do it, but I've looked for the station that doesn't have a carrot growing, and I'm going to sow one seed. Is that crazy or what? Is that nuts? One carrot seed am I going to sow. There's the carrot seed inside this bottle top. You've seen me do this before. This is a wet matchstick. I'm going to pick that carrot seed up, and I believe that that's the station that has a carrot seed missing. So we're going to pop it in there. There's our carrot seed on the end of the matchstick. We're simply going to push it in and take it off with our finger. How's that? That's it. Now then, the reason I'm shooting this video, it's mainly for gardeners who are just perhaps starting out as gardeners, who have not sown carrots before, who have not sown carrots in buckets before. And carrots are fairly slow to get started. And as you can see, after 4 weeks growth, 4 weeks in this pot, there's not a lot. And what do you expect? Well, if you're new to gardening, you don't know what to expect. So what I'm going to do now, I shot some video last year where I had various pots of carrots at various stages in growth. I think at 1 week there's a pot of carrots. I think at 2 weeks there's a pot of carrots, and at 4 weeks, what you will notice when you see this short clip of video is that there are a lot more carrots in the pot, and that's because I used a grid pattern rather than the template that I showed you with the 19 holes in. So I'll cut you to that short video now. Enjoy, and yeah, if you haven't planted some carrots in buckets, what are you waiting for? Hello. One of the things I've had a lot of correspondence about over the years is carrots. Okay, and as you know, I grow carrots in pots. You've met my dog Molly before, haven't you? Excuse me, Molly. I grow carrots in pots and I like to sow them using a grid pattern. Okay, and I like to sow one seed every other square. The size of that grid is irrelevant. Don't worry about size of grid. What is relevant is that you space your seeds thinly. You give them an equal amount of room in this pot to develop into a carrot. And what I like to do is take a whole pot full of carrots at the end of the season. I don't take individual carrots. If you take individual carrots, you leave an opening that the carrot fly could exploit. So I like to wait till the pot full of carrots is ready, then take them all in one. And there's nothing left in the pot for the carrot fly to bother. Okay, this particular pot is some seeds I've sown a week ago. I think it's a variety called a rainbow mixed. Yeah, it is, it's rainbow mixed. And as you can see, or as you can't see, should I say, there are no carrots showing through in this pot after 1 week. So if you've got carrot seeds in and they've been in the pot a week, chances are yours aren't showing through. Unless you're in warmer climates, because germination is temperature dependent. So if it's cold, things don't seem to want to germinate that quickly, do they? Okay, and quite a lot of this correspondence that I get, people are getting despondent, they can't see any carrots. Should we plant some more carrots? Am I watering them enough? Yeah, hold on. See if you can see any carrots while I go and get the other pot. Okay, can you see them? I don't know if you can. They're very titchy, they're very sparse, but they are through. Okay, these carrots have been in these pots about 2 weeks. So it's taken 2 weeks for these carrots to germinate and get through. Now then, how deep do you plant your carrots? Excuse me. How deep do you plant your carrots? Right, if you read on the packet, it says 1/4 inch. I've no idea what that is in a metric measure, but it's 1/4 inch. So how do you get all your seeds into a pot 1/4 inch deep? It is an absolute doddle. Absolute doddle. If you've seen my previous videos, you'll see how easy it is. Let me tell you, just in case you haven't. Fill your pot completely. Okay. Use the base from a 10-inch pizza, the polystyrene base. It fits perfectly into there. If it doesn't, cut it so that it does. Put it on top and press down. Take it off and see where the surface has gone. If it's gone down more than 1/4 inch, add some more soil, add some more dirt, add some more compost. Press it down again. Okay. Now measure it from the side to the top of the pot. Hopefully you've now got it down 1/4 inch from the top of the pot. Put your grid pattern on. Place your seeds individually. Take your grid pattern off. You will have wet the surface of your compost using a spray. No watering cans at this stage, don't need it. You would then fill your pot with compost. You know that all those seeds are now 1/4 inch down there. Just firm it down with that pizza base. All your seeds are in 1/4 inch. You may be sowing your seeds too deep. If it's taking that much longer to come through, I don't know. Only you'll know that. Right, so that's what you can expect after 2 weeks. And we're in the middle to the back end of spring, and it's quite cool. So if you're in warmer climates, they maybe come quicker. If you're in cooler climates, they probably won't. Right, that's after 2 weeks. Let's see what they look like after 4 weeks. Now you can see some carrots. How are they looking? Now that's after 4 weeks. These carrots are a bit more sparse than these. I seem to have got better germination there. I'm hoping that you can actually see that it looks as though I've got 100% germination there. If I put one seed through every other square on that grid, how's that looking? Does that make it any better? I don't know, I'm on the wrong side of the camera. Does that look as though I've got one carrot germinating every other square? I mean, if you want to freeze the frame, count the squares in the grid, count the carrots in this pot in my right hand. I'm really chuffed with that, and that's after 4 weeks. Okay, so if you're having problems with carrot seeds in pots, don't despair, give them a chance. And if you're worried about them, sow another pot. What's the problem? You know, sow some more carrots, but sow them thinly. Use one of these things, and when they're in there, remember they're only 1/4 of an inch down, so don't put the watering can over them. Spray them. You're only looking to keep that top 1/4 of an inch moist so that these seeds can germinate and pick up some moisture. These guys are standing outdoors now, and these guys are getting some rain across them, and every now and again I'll put the watering can across them because they're a wee bit bigger. But initially, don't use the watering can. You'll just wash all your seeds to one side. Use a light spray. Once you get to this sort of size, then you can get them outdoors, let the rain take the strain. If there is no rain, lightly over them with a watering can. So this is Homegrown Veg, signing out.